The landscape is cluttered with bunnies, lambs, and chicks.
Wobbling by with an Easter high.
Very cute. But these can all eclipse the significance of the most important celebration in the Christian calendar, Christ's resurrection. Shelly Calcagno is here to make sure that the Easter message and its meaning is fun for your children.
Hi.
Hi, Shelly. Always colorful when you're near.
Yes, lots of fun today. It's interesting, I was reading yesterday that 90 million chocolate bunnies are being made for Easter. So I thought it would be a good idea.
The dentists are cringing
yes,
as we speak.
But I thought it'd be a good idea to have some, just some faith ideas for families to do at Easter, to bring the meaning back to Jesus. So what we have over here, starting on this side, and I've always wanted to make one of these. This is the first year I've made one. It's an Easter garden. And it was really easy to make. It's just some potting soil. I got everything at the dollar store. And as you can see, I made a little tomb there with a stone that's been rolled away, and a couple wooden crosses, and I made a little path with some eggshells. Yeah, I thought it looked cute. And then some rocks. So it's just a really nice, I think, centerpiece for your table. You can make it together as a family. And another thing I love about that is there's grass seed in there. So over the Easter season, the kids can be watering it, and so grass can start growing, and it represents the new life that comes with Jesus. So
Do you know that I have seen these at the checkout counter in some restaurants at Easter, and you know, it's so heartwarming.
Yeah.
They care.
Yeah. So that's a fun thing that you can do with your family. So
yes. Simple.
So the next thing we have here is jelly beans, and I'll be honest, I love jelly beans a lot.
The crew's already just waiting till we're done. No.
Yeah, so I found this really cute poem, and I'll just read it to you. It says, "Red is for the blood he gave, green is for the grass he made, yellow is for the sun so bright, orange is for the edge of night. Black is for the sins we made, white is for the grace he gave, purple is for the house of sorrow, pink is for the new tomorrow." And I just thought that was a nice poem, and you can give your kids some jelly beans in the poem, and they can go through and, you know, match them up and just, you know, learn the Easter story that way. So I thought that was a fun little idea. You can do them up for friends.
Holds the attention while you get the message delivered.
Yes. And our next, this is a yummy treat that we have here. And this is another thing that I've always wanted to make, and I didn't really try this till this year. But these are resurrection rolls.
Before they're resurrected, they are
crescent rolls.
Crescent rolls. Okay.
So what you do is you take your crescent roll and you take a marshmallow and you dip it in butter and roll it in cinnamon, and then you make a crescent roll like normal and you seal it up, and then you bake it in the oven. And the neat thing is, when it cooks, after you take it out, it's empty inside. It goes hollow. So I thought this would be really fun to serve on Easter Sunday or Easter Monday after you've told your kids, you know, the story of Jesus dying on the cross. But we know that he didn't stay in the tomb. He rose again, and the tomb was empty. So I think it's just a cute way to, you know, show that message. And then you have breakfast.
I clearly don't bake enough. So that marshmallow has dissolved right into the
and it makes it hollow.
bread.
So. Yeah, it was fun. We had fun making them. And so lastly, I have over here Easter story eggs. And I've made different variations of these. I did one that's really designed for toddlers or preschoolers, because it's never too early to start teaching your children about Jesus. And so what you do here, I just went to the dollar store and I got some plastic eggs and I put some numbers on them. And then inside each egg, you put a different item that represents part of the Easter story. And so
and it is the chronology.
Yes.
It's in order of events.
Yes, it is. And so in egg number 1, we have a piece of bread, and that signifies Jesus having dinner with the disciples at the Last Supper. And then we have the cross, because we know that after that he died on the cross for us. And then we have this piece of cloth here, and that signifies how he was wrapped in grave clothes and he was put in the tomb. And then we have a rock here, because the tomb was closed with a rock. And then we leave one egg empty for the kids to open to see that he didn't stay in the tomb, it was empty. And then at the end you put in a little candy, and that just signifies that Jesus is alive, and that's a sweet surprise of Easter. So yeah, so you can make this up with your kids, and you can just leave it out for the Easter season, and they'll have a fun time going through and learning the story. And if your kids are older, you can do the extended version of this as well.
Which is 12 eggs, the full dozen.
Yes.
And it really is fun. You can buy these, as we both know, Shelly, but it's so simple and so meaningful to make. And the kids love to guess what's in the next egg. We did this for years. It's
Yeah.
just fun seeing it again.
Yeah, I think anytime that we can get kids involved hands-on, you know, just learning things, it just makes it more real to them. So I hope that these ideas will encourage families over Easter just to bring the story of Jesus to life for their families.
Shelley, thank you.
Thanks.
Wonderful, meaningful as always, and sweet. And that's good too. And just a scripture to close. How about 2 Corinthians 5:15? This is the New Living Translation. He died for everyone so that those who receive his new life will no longer live for themselves. Instead, they will live for Christ, who died and was raised for them.